Joining us now is CBS News correspondent Carter Evans, who has been on the ground in Redding following the fire. Carter, these fires around Redding seem to be getting worse as the day goes by. Can we expect to see any relief for these firefighters at all?
You know, yesterday we started hearing good news for the first time in about a week. That's when the containment numbers moved up to 17%. And we really got an optimistic feel from firefighters and managers working on this fire right now. So we're really looking forward to the numbers that are coming out in a couple of hours. And we're actually expecting the containment numbers to go up.
Carter, the story that you filed was just absolutely heartbreaking. I cannot imagine leaving your home for just 15 minutes or so and then returning to the carnage that this gentleman had to return to. And it feels as if because the fire isn't fully contained, are officials worried that more people could succumb?
Well, yeah, and that's why they are keeping people out of these evacuated areas. This area that I'm in right now is a mandatory evacuation area. We've got police officers patrolling around here to make sure that no one comes in here, also to keep looters out as well. So they do want to try and keep people safe, but the good news is it does start to feel like they're getting a handle on this fire, and they're actually starting to talk about opening up some of these evacuation zones again and allowing people to repopulate the areas.
How are people sort of getting out? It seems like this fire moves incredibly rapidly. It seems like you could be, at home and looking out your backyard and it looks fine, and then 20 minutes later, the flames are in your backyard.
And that was exactly the case, as was the case with Mr. Bledsoe. He left and the fire was literally miles from his home. It was clear across the river. And in another 15 minutes or so, he's getting this phone call from his wife. So it can happen that fast. You get a sense from the people around here that they had to escape very quickly, and they're all checking up on each other around here. This is a tight-knit community to make sure they're all okay. But a lot of people had to leave with the clothes on their back. I mean, you look around in some of these neighborhoods and you see cars that are just parked along the side of the road here, and with windows burnt out, people just left everything when they took off.
And as we look at your live shot, Carter, it's just hard to imagine that people will be coming home to what I see behind you there. What are people going to do in the wake of the destruction of their homes?
For a lot of people, probably hundreds of families at this point, they're going to have to start over completely. In the case of this home behind me, there's nothing left. And that's the case for all of the homes around me as far as I can see right now. So a lot of people are going to have to start over again. And that's going to be the next step here once they start allowing people to come back in these areas.
It's absolutely heartbreaking. Carter Evans reporting for us. Thank you, Carter.
Sure.